chubbies. Oh, what's that? I don't know if you can see that. That's Adam in his maul. Hopefully he's coming in for a land. Will he do it? If he can't get it out, it's mine. Clip those trees. Easy. Oh, crap video, man. Right, chubby chasers. This fat dude has been doing a little bit of flying over the last couple of weeks. It's been a challenge because the weather is really awful. You know, we had an awful April when it came to wind and rain, and May just doesn't seem to have settled at all. And we're only a few weeks away now from June, and the weather's still diabolical. It's gusty. And it's wet, and every time I get the field dried out, it rains again and it turns it into a bog. That's a challenge for me in two ways, flying a trike. The first thing is trikes. One of the negatives of the trike is that if the grass is too boggy, you get a lot of drag, so you need a lot of power to kind of get rolling, and I've been working with that. It kind of works, but it's not ideal. The other problem I've got with my runway is a little bit long rather than wide. I got the runway for my aeroplane, you know, so aeroplanes can land crosswind to a certain degree relatively well. But the window seems to be a crosswind at the moment for me, and that's a little bit of a challenge because there are some trees on the sideline, and if I take off going sideways, and I'm a little bit hesitant, which I am because I like to make sure the wings are up on my head first. I do a little bit of taxiing because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. By the time I've rolled enough to be confident and put the power on, I don't leave myself much room to climb and get over the trees. So I've been trying to wait for days when the wind's coming down the runway or is only slightly at a crosswind. The other problem I have is that taking off crosswind, that's a little, it's slightly advanced technique. It's very doable on a trike. But you've kind of got to get your brake action dialed in correctly, because as the wind comes up, it'll turn into the wind, and you've kind of hold it above your head without putting too much brake in. And at the moment, I'm still a little bit clumsy. It comes up over my head. I panic as I see it swing that way. I pull too hard on the brake, and I set the wing up oscillating. So I've had a few problems with the crosswind, which I shouldn't really be trying to do at the moment. So what I've decided to do is I've dialed back a little bit from the APCO F3, which is an intermediate wing. It's a little bit more sprightly on the input. And I've been getting a lot of hours in with the Dudek Orca. It's a little bit more sedate, a little bit slow. So if I pull too much brake, it only swings gently and I can correct it. And it's allowed me to do a few slight crosswind takeoffs. Landings are okay, I don't have a problem with that, but the takeoffs, if I'm not careful with the crosswind, because of my skills at the moment, very rusty, I set myself up oscillating. But that's limited me then in the times that I can actually get down to the field. We've got the wet weather, we've got the gusty winds, we've got the winds coming in the right direction. Oh, and the grass, it grows like billy-o. I mean, it's meadow grass. I have it cut, the whole field gets cut. 1 week later, the grass is like this. So it's been a bit of a challenge. In fact, check this takeoff. This is one example. So this is me taking off on a wet, boggy runway. So you'll see it needs a lot of power to get rolling. We don't pick up much speed when we're on the ground, and by the time I get off the ground, I haven't actually got much room to get up above the trees. Now, I did steer between the trees. I did have enough height to get over the top. It doesn't look as tight, it looks tighter than what it actually was. But there's not much margin for error there, so it's not actually ideal taking off and trying to fly between the gaps in two trees at the edges of your runway. So been a little bit challenging, but we're up for the challenge. I've had quite a few flights in now. I've been flying. Alex Alder has been down to the field a few times. We've had a few flights around together. And I've mainly been just sort of buzzing around the local area, just getting the feel of the wing and getting my sea legs, if you like, my air legs. I'm practicing a few spot landings as well, which are certainly not competition standard at the moment, but I've been just, dialing in those power out landings and getting the use of the glide angle. That'll probably change, because when I swap back to the APCO F3, I'll probably have different glide dynamics and need to redial in the landing, the spot landing and things. But I've been doing that at the moment on the Dudek. We'll swap back to the APCO F3 very, very soon. It's a little bit more sprightly wing, a little bit faster. But the Dudek Orca 4 has been looking after me fantastically. It's such a sedate, gentle wing. It really is. I've really enjoyed flying it. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Not much else is happening. Working, because I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks, so I'm self-employed. So having to get in extra work now so that I can enjoy 10 days holiday without worrying about all the money I'm losing while I'm not actually working. So that's it, chubbies. Check out Chris Kirk. You know who you are, mate. So Chris is a flying instructor from Lincoln Flight. Probably one of the best flying instructors I've flown with. There you go. I'm blowing smoke up your arse, Chris. But really enjoyed the time I spent with Chris. Flying, I am a PPL, but Chris takes me out to do further training and to brush up on skills and things like that. Really enjoy his time in the Cessna until I let him have a go on my trike on the ground. This is Chris demonstrating the lesson number 5 in the pilot handbook, taxiing.
Where the fuck's he going? What? Keep your feet. Oh, I've got that. This is... I can't reach what to do. Fucking hell. Oh, it's going into edge. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. He's a bit twitchy on the rudders, isn't he? Fucking hell, watch me wing. I'm never flying with you again.
That's terrible.
So I think that's probably the last time I'm flying with Chris after seeing that. Bloody terrifying watching him zigzagging all over the field. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Chris, and I hope we can convert you onto the dark side and get you up in one of these paramotors fairly soon. So anyway, chubbies, thanks a lot for checking out the video again. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. That's the most important. Get subscribing. Leave me a comment down below as well. I read all the comments. I like to answer most of them. And until the next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
And we're rolling.